Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, The Guy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to watch this video. So I know my last couple of videos have been pretty heavy, but I want to lighten the mood with this one. So my freshman year of college, I got kicked out of my dorm room. Yes, that happened. It was awkward. Anywho, if you want to know what happened, keep watching because this video is obviously a story time. I'm excited. You should be excited. This is going to be good. Alright guys, so I'm going to try and remember this like the best possible way that I can. But anywho, it was my freshman year at Bradley, you know, little old me. I think I had just turned 18. This might have been like first semester, October. Like I was real fresh, right? So I moved in with this girl. I don't even remember her name. I think it was like, it wasn't Brittany. I'm I'm thinking of Brittany because I don't know. Anywho, don't know the girl's name, don't remember it, which is probably good. I think when I get really mad at people, I like delete their file from my brain and like just throw away the key. So I don't remember her name, but we lived in Heights Hall on the 6th floor. Mind you, Heights Hall was like, it was the projects of Bradley University. That might sound bad, but it's the truth. Like there was no elevator, there was no air conditioning. If you wanted air conditioning, you had to like put it in the window yourself. What's really funny is after I moved out, they completely renovated the entire dorm. So they tried it. Anywho, but when I was living there, it was ratchet. Okay, it was the worst dorm to live in on campus. So we're living in the 6th floor, everything's, you know, cool. I'm finally, you know, finding friends, finding my group of people. And my roommate was a partier. She loved to drink, she loved to smoke, which I mean, it's cool, you know. If you like to smoke, if you like your ganja, that's cool. I'm not mad at you. I get it, you know, life's hard and stuff. But when you are the black girl in the room and you are in central Illinois, Bradley is in Peoria, Illinois, if you don't know. And you know, people are on you about having drugs and alcohol and being underage. In the dorms, the first person they're gonna look at if something pops off is gonna be you, right? It's gonna be, they're gonna point their hands toward the black girl, right? So she would have different guys come in the room at all times of the day. I would walk in and there would just be some random guy sitting on her side of the room and I'd be like, okay, cool, I guess. So that was my first issue. I was a tad bit upset. I'm like, you know, listen, I don't have any problems with you having company over. That's cool. But you gotta let somebody know, so I'm not walking into some random guy in the room scaring the crap out of me. Like, what you doing? Anywho, so that was the first thing that bothered me. And like I said, the second thing was she liked to smoke, and she liked to smoke inside the room. And you know, like I said, if something pops off, the first person they're going to be looking at or looking for is me. We already know that, right? So I remember having a conversation with her about, you know, the smoking and just saying, hey, like, I don't care if you smoke in here, like, that's fine, but can you please be a little bit more discreet, because, you know, you're smoking an illegal substance on the school campus. Like, you can't hide it any better than what you're doing. Anywho, I guess she took that as a threatening conversation. And I did not know at the time that she had made friends with the RA at the time and the hall director. They were all real cool, real buddy. So I guess she took it upon herself to go and talk to them about the conversation that she deemed as threatening. And a few days later, I got out of class and I went to the desk. I think I was like picking up mail or something. And the people who worked at the desk said that the hall director and the RA from my floor were looking for me. And I'm thinking, what are they looking for me for? Like, what happened? What did I do? And granted, during this time I was on the speech team, so I was super duper busy. I was in and out of my dorm a lot of the times. During the weekends, I was gone literally from Friday afternoon to early Monday morning. So I was like, I was trying to figure out what did I do? Like, why do they need me? I found them. They pulled me in a room. We ended up having a conversation, and the first thing they asked me was, do you have a problem with your roommate? And I'm looking around like, no, I don't have a problem with my roommate. Like, what? And they proceeded to say, she feels uncomfortable. Do you feel uncomfortable? And then the last question they asked me was, would you mind moving? And my first thought is, moving in with who? Moving where? Who's going to help me move? Are you going to help me move? Because if you're not going to help me move, then no. But I think I said something like, yeah, but, why am I moving? And they just basically gave me a blanket answer. It's like, oh, we just feel like it would be best if you guys, weren't in the same room. So they pretty much moved me, literally, y'all, literally. They moved me 2 doors down from my original dorm room. Now, here's the good part. The good part is I moved into the room and I didn't have a roommate, so I had a room to myself. But it's like, how petty can you be? I have to move all of my stuff 2 doors down. Really? Really? But anywho, I went back upstairs. Of course, I was pissed, okay, upset. I remember calling my mom and telling her the situation and just kind of really wondering like what the situation was about and like why this was happening. And it felt like I really didn't have a say so, and that they had already made up in their mind that's what they were going to do, but they were just asking me questions to make it seem like I was in on it. And I think it was the first time that I actually realized that being black on a predominantly white college campus mattered, and that I had the disadvantage. That was actually the first time in my life that I actually had to encounter that. Because for the most part, if I did encounter people of different races, it was great. It was fine. I had really good experiences with people who didn't look like me, and I spent a lot of my time around people who did look like me growing up. So this was the first big, I guess, confrontation that I had to have with that. So, of course, I moved all of my stuff out of the room. Like I said, I was pissed, okay? I was super upset. What was funny was I had my really good friends at the time come and help me move out, and one of my friends was a complete firecracker. She actually punched a guy in the face before, so she was that type of person where she was like, I will pop off at any minute. So they were actually helping me move out, and my roommate walked in while I was like packing up, and I didn't say anything to her. She was like, I hope we can still be friends, I hope this doesn't ruin our relationship. And I just kind of like looked at her and kept packing. And my friend was actually like, you don't say anything to her. Don't say anything to her. You don't have anything to say. You need to move so we can hurry up and get the stuff out. I thought that it was going to go a bit further than that. Thank God that it didn't, because then we would have all been in trouble. But I got my stuff moved in, into the next room, and it turned out to be a good situation. I mean, at the time, like I said, I was super upset, very confused, and a little, my feelings were a little hurt by the whole situation. But it actually turned out to be a really good situation for me. I actually moved right across the hall from that friend, and I had my own room. Like, granted, I lived in like the terrible dorms, but having your own room in the terrible dorms makes being in a terrible dorm a lot better. So the moral of the story is, watch out for your roommates. watch out for the people that you think are cool, and you think everything is okay. And also watch out for the conversations that you have and document everything. Yeah, being at a predominantly white school is definitely, it's a challenge and it's difficult at times, but if you maneuver it the right way, it can be really, really rewarding. And the biggest lesson, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Comment below some of the experiences that you've had in the dorms. I want to hear all about it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.